Hey everyone, and welcome back to my playthrough for Digimon World 2003. And following my failings from the previous part and parts before that, I think I've reached the point where some changes need to be made. I already mentioned this in the previous part, but since this is a new part, a new separate part, I do need to just explain again that my plan is to completely stop with progress for the time being, because I don't think I've got adequate stats, adequate Digimon, adequate techniques, you name it. I don't think I'm up for scratch for what's needed of me, and so I am in a position where I need to be doing some grinding, and my choice of location is going to be the Jungle Shrine against the Numamon in this server, who each score me 299 experience. I went to Piximon in the West Sector City so I could put Black War Greymon back in my team, not because I plan on using him, but because I want to be able to use Digifire, as that is going to be the key technique in helping me grind on the Numamon, and therefore, you know, boost my levels, boost my stats, develop my Digimon, and make myself more powerful. When I do arrive in the Jungle Shrine, the South Sector City is going to be my place of rest, where I, you know, will save and rest, obviously. And then it'll just be a case of going to the Jungle Shrine for battles, and yeah, just keeping at it, and for quite some time. If I well, at the moment, the Digimon that I'm using is Imperialdramon. If I get him up to level 99, I learn the Digivolution of Imperialdramon Fighter Mode, and I can then max him out, get him up to level 99, and he'll learn some techniques which are going to be of use, techniques that are going to be worth loading. Mega Boost, which is much like Speed Up. The only thing is, normally it boosts the MP of your entire party. In my case, it's no more useful than Speed Up, and the downside is the fact that it costs more MP. But I'm still going to plan to load it, because as well as Mega Boost, Imperialdramon Fighter Mode also learns Full Heal, which is going to serve me better than Mega Heal. And by having a Digimon, Imperialdramon Fighter Mode, who has Mega Boost and Full Heal, I'll have one Digimon who can do Mega Boost and Full Heal, so a Digimon who can boost speed and recover HP, you know, 2 crucial abilities, both with one Digimon, and it's just better since I can only have 3 Digimon with the slots. There's only 3 slots, rather than have one Digimon for boost and speed like Pyaldramon, and one for boost and one for recovering HP like Imperialdramon. It's just a useful ability to have one Digimon who can do both of those things, even if it is less efficient with the MP. Certainly there's going to be times when it's going to serve me better. So that's Imperialdramon Fighter mode, and if I get Stingmon up to level 40, I learn the Digivolution of Carbalterimon, and then if I get Carbalterimon up to level 40, I will then learn the Digivolution of Gran Kawagamon, not solely from having Carbalterimon at level 40, but that combined with another requirement which by then I would have fulfilled already. I have a feeling the requirement might be to get Imperialdramon up to level 40, as well as Stingmon, as well as Carbalterimon at level 40. Although it may be Imperialdramon Fighter mode, but it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is I'm going to get Gran Kawagamon, who, in regards to stats, is an excellent Digimon. Signature technique Dimension Scissors, one of those one-hit knockouts, but it has a high success ratio. That is going to come in handy in ways that I'm going to expand on at a later point. There's also Impact Rush, which is like multiple physical attacks, which can do some decent damage, and then status harming techniques. And then, not to mention that if I get Gran Kawagamon up to level 99, I will then learn the Digivolution of Diaboromon, not solely from getting Gran Kawagamon up to level 99, but that and another requirement, and I think it might be getting Black War Greymon up to level 99, I think. Even if I'm getting muddled up, I know from when I have read over it that once I get Gran Kawagamon up to level 99, I would have already fulfilled the other requirement, and Diaboromon will show up, absolutely no doubt about it. And Diaboromon is a Digimon I very much look forward to. In regards to stats, Diaboromon, I think, is the best Digimon I could hope to have, since Omnimon and Imperialdramon Paladin mode are out of the question. And when I do learn the Digivolution of Diaboromon, that's probably when I will stop the grinding and then carry on with progress again, start recording again, because I'm here at the moment beating Numamon, but that's just to give you the gist of what I'm going to be doing. I will be cutting shortly, and the next time you see me I'll be far more advanced. And yeah, my plan is to grind until I learn the Digivolution of Diaboromon, because by then I'll have a Digimon who I'm very eager to use and grind with, well, not grind with, make progress with, that being Diaboromon. I'll have other Digimon maxed out, I'll have new techniques, I'll have better stats, I'll have a lot more levels under my belt, and then I can try and succeed at the things that I haven't had the best of joy with at the moment. But those are all the plans that I have in stock. I can only take things one step at a time, but at the moment the priority is to max out Imperialdramon. Got to do that before I can move on to the next Digimon. And yeah, Numamon is the object Digimon. Numamon is the Digimon I'm going to be grinding on. He's the one who's going to be getting me good amounts of experience. Gigafire's going to make him relatively easy to win against, and I will probably be stopping more or less here. And I'll see you in a bit. So, kicking off from what for you would only be a few moments ago, and for me, kicking off from what was forever and a day ago, I feel like I now have a lot more weight behind me. So if I go to items, I have an Ultra Charge which was dropped from a random encounter. It was either when I was on my way to the Jungle Shrine or on my way back to the city. It was dropped by the Dinosaur Digimon. Weapons, I think, is the same, just the stuff that can't be sold. These items, armour, nothing. Accessories, a recovery crest or recover crest was dropped by a Cherrymon, and you won't be at all surprised to see that I have training books that was obviously dropped by Numamon. The only thing that might surprise you is the fact that I have 85 of the darn things. That just goes to show how many times I've had to defeat Numamon. Or should I say, how many Numamon I've had to defeat. And then if I go to my status, so my Kotemon is now at level 77, with strength over 460, defense and spirit over 400, wisdom close to 400, speed over 300, and with my Digivolutions, you can see that in the lineup I have Diaboromon, who I haven't actually made a start on, but I have him as my battle Digimon, and then I have Grand Kawagamon, who's maxed out and with Impact Rush loaded. I also have Imperialdramon Fighter Mode maxed out with Mega Boost and Full Heal loaded. And going back to Kotemon, you can see that my TP points are at 99 and there's nothing equipped. Although I should go to Pixiemon because there are other Digimon I do need to show you. And my reason for showing you all of this is the same as before, that being that grinding has been done, and since grinding has been done and it was off camera, I feel the need to show you these basic things just so you can see for yourself that everything is how it should be. If I just slowly go through it, I'm just looking out for key Digimon. Well, Blackwall Greymon is obviously here at level 99. I think that's what he was anyway. Stingmon I got up to level 40, which resulted in me learning the Digivolution of Kotemon, who is also at level 40. Imperialdramon is at level 99. That resulted in me learning the Digivolution of Imperialdramon Fighter Mode, who is here, of course. Kotemon level 40. That, as well as other levels, resulted in me learning the Digivolution of Gran Kotemon, who is obviously here, and from maxing out Gran Kotemon as well as other stuff, I learned the Digivolution of Diaboromon. Diaboromon doesn't have any techniques because he's only at level 1. I've not used him yet. Imperialdramon, I've decided to... this might not be a permanent thing, but I've decided to put Imperialdramon and Pyaldramon aside, because Imperialdramon Fighter Mode has a speed boosting technique and a HP healing technique, so with him I'm kind of getting like 2 birds with 1 stone. I know that Mega Boost consumes more MP than Speed Up, but for what I'm planning on doing, that's okay initially. And Full Heal costs more MP than Mega Heal, but Full Heal is actually better because it recovers more HP. Heaven Hit's not very good, Counter Strike is against the rules, and Giga Heal is, in my opinion, less helpful than Full Heal. Gran Kotemon, I've loaded Impact Rush, which it's an attack where it's a physical attack where you strike multiple times. I haven't loaded any of the other stuff because I don't think that would work on key battles like Poison and Confusion. I don't think that sort of stuff works on key battles. It works on like random battles, but I don't think I'm going to need it for random battles. Black War Greymon has been put aside as well, because I want to see how I get on with Impact Rush, because Gigafire and Black Dart, there are times when it's not going to serve me very well, and I just want to see if Impact Rush makes an adequate substitution for those techniques. And I just want to see how I get on with having Gran Kotemon on the front line instead of Black War Greymon, just to see how I get on with Impact Rush. And in unlikely circumstances, I could always use Gran Kotemon for Dimension Scissors if I find myself reliant on a one-hit knockout, but I can't see that happening. But that's pretty much everything that's happened. Because since coming here, I just went to the Jungle Shrine, grinded on the Numamon, returned so I can save and rest, and I just kept on going and going until, maxing out the Digimon that I've maxed out, and in the meantime, Kotemon rose to level 77. So all that's left to do is for me to sell any unwanted garbage. And I think I can do it with any Digimon, so I'll do it for Gomamon. So sell that Ultra Charge. Can't sell weapons, can't sell armours. Sell this. Sell these. And that's pretty much us done. And, well, I can now go back to trying to make progress. And I'm going to use the seabed here to take myself to the Shell Beach in the central sector, and then from there I'm going to make my way to the protocol ruins, and I'm going to give the Digimon there another try, and that's going to be my starting point. And I am now a lot more confident that I will put up a much better fight, given that I now have the likes of Imperialdramon, Fighter Mode, Gran Kawagamon and Diaboromon, as well as having more options regarding techniques, and having about an additional 20 levels under my belt, which would have done my stats a lot of favours. And not to mention the gain that I get from the Digivolutions, because I was comparing stats, and Diaboromon comparatively has fantastic speed. I think Diaboromon has the best speed out of literally all of the Digimon that I have access to, or the Digimon that I can Digivolve to. I think Diaboromon has the best speed. He doesn't have the best everything, but I think he has the best all-round stats, and certainly his speed really stands out. But being only a level 1 and not having any of his techniques, I am aware that, I am going to need, attacks that are offensive. So that's why I've put in Impact Rush. Although I am wondering how necessary it is, because random attacks seem to be doing pretty good damage. I'm not going to lie, there will be times when I will miss Gigafire, but then there's also times when it's really not going to serve me, and it's like it's a choice between Gigafire and Impact Rush, and, well, the circumstances is what it's going to depend on. Sometimes Impact Rush might serve me better, sometimes Gigafire might serve me better, but with the initial battles that I have on my hands, I'm just more willing to give Impact Rush a try, because there isn't really any obvious reason why a Digimon should be resistant to it, unless they just happen to have excellent physical defense. But then, Diaboromon is known for having high physical attack, which would make a technique like Impact Rush more effective. Gigafire, well, there's going to be times where it's going to be breathtaking, but then there's going to be times when it's going to be not so good. And I think Kotemon's physical attack is better than his special attack, so that's gonna play a role on things as well. And I would like to point out that I think we have seen the last of Kayakimon. I don't think I'm going to be using him again. I think I've got ample of alternatives to Blade Twister, and I don't think it's something that I need anymore. And I'm just going to see how I make do with the Digimon that I have. I can't see myself switching out Imperialdramon Fighter mode, and then like Grand Kawagamon and Diaboramon. One of them may or may not get switched with Black War Greymon, depending on the scenario. But there again, not necessarily. Just gonna have to wait and see. I'm just monitoring my capture card because I've been going for about 15 minutes, but then what was done before this accounts for about another 10 minutes, so I've probably been going for about 25 minutes. I do need to be wary of that. But when what I'm looking at, when it gets to 20 minutes, that's when I'm going to be about 30 minutes into the video. So I do need to be wary of that. And I gotta say, Diaboramon is looking pretty damn impressive. You know, he's doing his standard physical attacks, and he seems to be taking everyone out with 2 hits. That's very good going, and it doesn't consume MP either. Right, let's see how I do this time. I think an issue I had was machine tolerance, because I did badly here. I did badly against Black War Growlmon, and I worried that machine tolerance may have had something to do with it. But then, I'm not going to Digivolve, so don't worry, but if you look at Kotemon, his machine tolerance is 143, but then Diaboramon, it takes it up to 203. So, I think Diaboramon is probably better against machines than the Digimon I was using previously. Grand Kawagamon was equal to Diaboramon. Imperialdramon Fighter mode isn't as good. And Kayakimon's not here, so I can't compare. But for Kotemon to be 143, I can't imagine Kayakimon being tremendously better. Okay, well, I may be better off, but the techniques are going to be very similar. Well, they're going to be pretty much identical, in that I'm going to be boosting my speed, healing my HP. The only thing that's changed really is the Digimon that I'm using, the way that I'm going to be fighting, and that's about it really. Okay, so now it's kind of as if I've done one speed up. Make that 2. Now this is the most worrisome thing. And it gets evaded. Now if I change it so that I've effectively done 3 speed ups, and I get 2 hits in a row, and let's give Impact Rush a try. Not gonna lie, it's not that great. What does my normal attack do? Okay, my Impact Rush is better than my normal attack. Bring my speed down to 2, I assume. Put it back up to 3, I assume. My Impact Rush is better than my normal attack. It's not great, but it's the best I can do at the moment. $2,085. That is powerful, and there is always the risk of a critical hit. And going by what happened last time, I am actually going to heal. Well, every time he does Mega Break, I'm going to do Mega Boost. Well, for as long as he's doing Mega Break, he's not harming me in any sort of way. I mean, he's setting me back by 115 MP, but unless he does something about my HP, he's not really going to be killing me. See, you might be thinking I shouldn't be worrying, but if he does that again and gets a critical hit, he probably would defeat me. Perhaps I'm being a little overcautious, but the last time I went against him, I was defeated by his missile attack combined with a critical hit. And when I think of that, it just sets off worry, it sets off fear, and is the reason why I'm playing the way I am. Well, I've got some good rhythm going, and I've put him into the red, I'm sure of it, yeah. 2 more Impact Rushes should see me there. It's been a little while since I've done my speed, so let's just make sure I don't end up going back to normal in that department. And let's hope I don't see a powerful critical hit, because it's not beyond the realms of possibility. But evading it's going to take away all concerns. Yeah, 1 more of those and it's the end of him. And speaking of the devil, okay, that is him defeated, but I've been going for half an hour. I really do need to end the part here. But thank you everyone for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next part.